Good evening, everyone. I wanted to start by just sharing a little video that someone posted on Facebook that I just thought was really, really sweet. So I watched it several times and I wanted to start off the speech with it. And hopefully, I haven't used this before in public, so we'll see how this works.
August 6th. Is that right?
Yeah.
August 6th, 2012. Daddy's gonna play them a little song.
Can you hear it okay?
Getting their keys.
Yes.
You okay?
Body language I wanted to introduce you to that I think comes out of pure joy. Now I want this off. Okay. And I'm trying something new in this speech. Last time I did a speech was my Project 4, and I actually won a rhythm. And then the last time I talked here, I did an evaluation of Balwan, who made a point in that speech of saying, the point of doing Toastmasters is not to win a ribbon. And I was like, oh, that's funny, because I had really tried to win a ribbon in my prior speech. And I tried so hard that what I did was I used my notes and I put them onto my phone. There's a great memo function in the iPhone now, so I just had my entire speech talking in my ear the entire time. And that resulted in getting me a best speaker ribbon. But after that, I thought about, after seeing Bonobo at that point that he made, I thought about why am I doing Toastmasters? And I also had a dream, and my last speech was actually about using your dreams, listening to the information of them. And after I did that speech and won that ribbon, I had this dream that I was standing in front of a bunch of people similar to this, but they were in desks and they were facing me like I was in a classroom. And in my head the whole time, or say in the classroom somewhere that I couldn't see, was this woman talking constantly. And I remember thinking, where is she? I need her to be quiet so I can start talking. And then I realized, wait, I think that's me, talking constantly in my ear, and I can't get to what it is that I want to do because I'm listening to this voice talking in my ear. So I woke up and it took me a while to figure out, I think that was like a demonstration in dream form of me giving the speech with the voice in my ear. So I thought, okay, then tonight I am going to do something entirely different. I'm going to simply speak. In the manual about talking and thinking about body language, they say, when you're talking to friends, you just like gesticulate, your arms are going all over the place, your voice is doing what it's doing, you have a different tone, everything's just there. And I thought, well, the only way that's going to happen is if I speak to people as if that's what's going on here. So I decided that that's what I was going to do. And let me tell you, I've had several little panics all day. I didn't prepare anything. Well, that's okay. That's all right. Just remember. And even in the dream that I had about what's that voice in my head, I even had the thought in there that if she is silent, then what will I do? Because right now I'm at least listening to her and annoyed. But if I'm just there, what will happen? So, anyway. And now I'd like to segue into the part that I wrote down. Now, actually, what I wanted to talk about was what Madam Toastmaster said, was that this is from my forthcoming book called The Bonobo Blueprint. It's Bonobo Blueprint, and I've been trying to figure out how can I share with people that I think the bonobos, which are a chimpanzee, and we are a chimpanzee, and I've talked about this before. We are one of 3 chimpanzees. One is the common chimpanzee in the zoo, one is the bonobos, and they're in the Democratic Republic of Congo, actually. And then there's us. And the thing about the bonobos is they are a pretty peaceable species. They have no murder, they have no war. They do not tolerate rape, and that means that the females don't allow it. So occasionally a male will try to rape a female, and the females group together and they go after him and they don't allow it. There is no infanticide, and we We and chimpanzees kill others' babies. One thing that bonobos do is they don't keep track of paternity. So they don't allow anyone to know who belongs to who in terms of the way that we are about the nuclear family. They don't form families like that. And I've been trying to think of how can I communicate that I think that that's who we are. Because if we're not that, we're doing what we do. And we have war, and we have rape, and we have murder, and we have child sexual slavery, and we have abuse of children by clergy. We have all kinds of terrible things. Child abuse in the home. I mean, and that's something that I grew up with. So I've spent some time really thinking about human violence and what causes it. And I want to start sharing from my experience and just from what I've read, because I work in divorce law. That's what I do all day, divorcing people for a living. People really want to be divorced. As I'm sorry that they do what they do. There's a whole marriage industry, and then there's the other side of it. And there's the experience of it. And also on the topic of marriage, I just watched all 4 seasons, all 7 seasons of The Gilmore Girls. And that was like a heavy dose of marriage, because that was just like a huge topic in that show. And to watch all 4 seasons, it's something, oh my God, it's just overwhelming how much pressure there is on women to be married, no matter what age. The older Gilmore woman, the medium one, the Lauren Graham one. She's on Parenthood now. That just ended this past month. I didn't even know she was on TV still. I'm like, I miss Lauren Graham. I wish they would have brought back the Gilmore Girls. I digress. How can we start being the bonobos now? Now, people wouldn't want to do that. I can tell you that right now they wouldn't want to do that. The bonobos have a lot of sex. They have sex whenever there's conflict, whenever there's potential conflict. Instead of fisticuffs, they give a bonobo handshake. It's called a bonobo handshake. I read about it in a book called Bonobo Handshake. They just fondle each other. They have sex at the drop of a hat. The groups, when they are foraging for food, if groups who don't know each other meet in the forest, or not the forest, they're in the jungle, and are foraging for food, and suddenly, oh my God, there's potential conflict, all the females get together, have sex together, and then everyone starts grooming each other's young, and everyone starts sharing the food, and there's just no problems, okay? Remember, no war, no murder, no rape. No unwanted children. The mothers fully parent the children. And then when the girls become of age, they go off and join other communities. So this is where there's no hanky-panky between father and daughter. The stuff that happens in the nuclear family doesn't happen in the bonobo community. The stuff that happens with a priest who's in a closed cubicle and a child is confessing stuff, that doesn't happen because there's a large community of people and sex is part of their lives. There is sex between young and older, but it's not in some kind of power setup that's going to create an abuse situation. Oh, well, I'm going to have to go. But I thank you for listening to the beginning of the Bonobo Blueprint by Marianne Borowski.